Hi everybody, bonjour tout le monde. What does alchemizing pain look like? Well, what it looks like is it looks like conversations had in society, in different rooms. Tough conversations, painful. Having those conversations, what it does is that it creates a space where others can join that conversation and share their own experiences. And then what felt like, or what would have felt like being alone, becomes being a community. And then when you become a community, and community is not just a town or a city or where you live, it's a space where you belong because of a shared experience. So that's why we often see like the twist LGBTQ community, right? Because you belong in this group. Or the racialized community, you belong in that group. Victims of coercive control, victims of domestic abuse, that's a community too. A huge community. And because of the way that the system is built, the justice system, the colonial system, the patriarchal system, the way that it was built, burden of proof always sat with the victim who had to relive their abuse over and over again. And more often the defendant or the one accused, even if found guilty, the punishment was minimal. So it wasn't enough of an incentive to break the pattern of behavior. That's changed. Because on June 18, 2026, Bill C-16 came into effect, royal ascension, which means within 30 days of that date, the law would be official, up and running. And it's not just the Bill C-16, it is also other legislation that kind of support that bill of protecting victims of domestic abuse. So, while the Bill B-16 is not new, the asks of amendments are huge, and that is new. So, we're talking about femicide. The person who would have done the crime would have had one of two punishments. It would have been either found guilty of first degree or guilty of second degree. That's changed. So it's not just femicide. It needs to be femicide done under the umbrella of coercive control, of sexual violence, of harassment and violence. There are definite stipulations, but if the femicide, if the murder of the woman is done in those circumstances, it comes with an automatic first degree murder and a minimum of 25 years in prison without the possibility of parole. Now that is an incentive to end the violence against women. We need to see these laws like